The word hallucination is defined as an apparent perception, as by sight or hearing, for which there is no real or external cause. From this word is derived the name given to a special group of drugs, the hallucinogens.
LSD is a type of hallucinogen. It is the most potent mood and perception-altering drug known that can produce effects that last 6 to 12 hours. LSD is a clear, odorless, water-soluble material. It is initially produced in crystalline form, which is then crushed to powder and put into tablets. It is dissolved, diluted, and applied to paper or other materials. It disrupts the interaction of nerve cells and neurotransmitter serotonin. Serotonin is involved in the regulation of mood, hunger, body temperature, sexual behavior, muscle control, and sensory perception. The effects of LSD are seen in two brain regions. One is the cerebral cortex, and the other is the locus coeruleus. The effects of LSD are typically seen within 30 to 90 minutes of taking it. The effects are very unpredictable and depend on the amount taken and the user's personality, mood, and expectations and surroundings. LSD users develop a tolerance for the drug, and after repeated use, they need larger doses to produce the same effects.
LSD especially affects the brain regions of the cerebral cortex, in which is involved in mood, cognition, and perception, and how the brain receives sensory signals.
Increased blood pressure and heart rate, dizziness, loss of appetite, dry mouth, sweating, nausea, numbness, tremors, emotions that shift rapidly from fear to euphoria. The senses are also highly intensified. Shapes and movements are distorted. And LSD can produce terrifying thoughts, anxiety, fears of insanity, death, or losing control. There are two major long-term effects of LSD. One of them is psychosis, which is a disorder that may include dramatic mood swings, vivid visual disturbances, and hallucinations long after the LSD trip has ended. The effects of psychosis can last for many years. Another long-term effect of LSD is hallucinogen persisting perception disorder. This includes flashbacks of the original feelings when the user was on LSD. These flashbacks can be spontaneous, repeated, or continuous recurrences of hallucinations, visual disturbances, and bright flashes.
I'm not like, what do you call it, clear about what happens. See that? It could be real, like happening, or in my head. You never know. You never know.
Tripping on magic mushrooms in the name of science. In the American city of Baltimore, researchers at the Johns Hopkins University studied the effects of psilocybin on the brain of volunteers. Psilocybin is the substance in mushrooms that causes hallucinations. The results of the tests were quite stunning. After just a single trip, the personality of the patients changed in a positive way.
5 levels of the psychedelic experience. Level 1. This level produces a mild stoning effect with some visual enhancement, like bright colors, some short-term memory anomalies, left and right brain communication changes, causing music to sound wider. Can be achieved with moderate doses of cannabis, low doses of psilocybin, and moderate doses of certain entactogens like MDMA. Level 2. Bright colors and visuals. For example, things start to move and breathe. Some two-dimensional patterns become apparent upon shutting one's eyes. Confused or reminiscent thoughts. Change of short-term memory, leading to continual distractive thought patterns. Vast increase in abstract thought becomes apparent as the natural brain filter is bypassed. can be achieved with very high doses of cannabis. Low to moderate doses of psilocybin, low to moderate doses of mescaline, normal doses of MDA, which has a much more psychedelic effect than MDMA, and normal doses of entactogenic psychedelics of the 2C family, such as 2CB and 2CT7. Level 3. Very obvious visuals. Everything looking curved and warped. Patterns and kaleidoscopes seen on walls, faces, etc. Some mild hallucinations such as rivers flowing in wood grains or mothers of pearl surfaces. Closed eye hallucinations become three-dimensional. There is some confusion of the senses, for example, seeing sounds as colors, time distortion, and moments of eternity. Body movement becomes difficult and disorienting. Level 4. This level is categorized by strong hallucinations, such as objects morphing into other objects. There are many subtypes of these hallucinations: Mandelbrot patterns, spirals, wave interference patterns, and so on. Another characteristic is the destruction or division of the ego. Things may start talking to you, or you find that you are feeling contradictory things simultaneously. Some loss of reality is prevalent. Time becomes meaningless. Out-of-body experiences and extrasensory perception type phenomena are common, as is a blending of the senses. Level 5. Experiences include total loss of visual connection with reality, the sense of not being human or having a body,